Let's go to Cleveland. Myles Garrett was involved in a non-life-threatening accident, single-car accident the other day on Monday. It kind of came out of nowhere, scared us all to death. Now, whenever they said non-life-threatening, I think that puts some people's minds at ease about it. For everybody else, anytime something's described as non-life-threatening, you assume that there's going to be other injuries that are pretty serious. So thankful he's alive, but middle of football season, will he be able to play? Now we're learning more information. Mary Kay Cabot is reporting that the Browns' Myles Garrett suffered a sprained shoulder, strained biceps, and cut his hand when he flipped his Porsche. No concussions, not ruled out for the Falcons game. Mary's told that he will try to play. Now, we also have body cam footage from an officer or a firefighter that arrived at the scene. This was posted on Cleveland.com's YouTube, and it's Myles Garrett is in much better condition than we could have fathomed. A 6'4", 275-pound Defensive Player of the Year favorite in a Porsche. Remember how much room is in a Porsche? Crazy. If you've never been in a Porsche, think about how much room is in a fucking Kia. Yeah. It is the same exact type of thing. Small. Getting in and out of this Porsche for Myles Garrett has to be damn near impossible every time he drives it. He has to be laying down completely. This thing allegedly flipped numerous times. They said it was a wet road. Looks rather dry here on this particular video. Was avoiding an animal. He obviously has a torn up T-shirt. He looks to be very coherent. He's sitting straight down, and while you're watching the beginning of the video, you think to yourself, can Myles Garrett stand up? Because his legs have to be almost underneath the goddamn hood of the car in a Porsche with how tall he is. And towards the end of this video, he gets up, walks away. So he seems like he's in much better condition than we could have fathomed. That's great to hear.
Yeah.
We haven't gotten a complete update on the passenger who was in the car with Myles Garrett. We'll keep an eye on the news cycle for that. But goddamn, you hear Myles Garrett's in a Porsche and the car rolls over a bunch of times, your immediate thought is, and I think I might be able to, let's get to the...
Shout out Sharon Township.
There he is.
Yeah.
So he's a little bit rattled probably. Car just flipped over a bunch of times. Holy shit, I'm alive.
That's crazy.
Hand sliced, and then he just walks. That's fucking awesome to see.
Yeah.
Yeah, great to see.
And she was moving her legs too, which is also good to see.
Good to see, yeah. Scary situation. And, you know, puts life in perspective real quick when something like this happens. This was just going home from work, maybe stop somewhere, maybe going somewhere, middle of the day, middle of the season, worried about nothing but football probably in life, and a car roll over, an animal can get in your way, and you can almost fucking die. So remember that. I assume Myles Garrett will have that perspective on a lot of things, because there's probably moments where he was still inside of that car when it was flipping upside down, where he was thinking, oh, I'm going to fucking die right here. This is it. So let's remember that whenever we see somebody else go through it. We're happy he's okay. But I think your first reaction was the same as mine. Myles Garrett's a big body in a Porsche. He had to get fucked up. Seems like he's okay. That's wild to me.
Yeah, he looks good. Obviously, he's a monster. So that was the first thing I was thinking. Big man, little car. But he had a passenger. She looks, good too. So obviously, those Porsche got some good airbags and shit in there. So
did you see? Do we have the photo of the car? Because before we saw the video of Myles walking, we only saw a picture of the car. In the windows, obviously, there's no room. In the windows, it's just there's no room. It's just airbags everywhere, and a seat is jammed in there.
That thing's crumbled.
And the windows are like this big, and these cars are fucking they're low because they're supposed to be performance. Like, hey, this is built for performance, not necessarily for as much comfort, even though some cars try to do both. Rarely is the case successfully, which is why Tesla fucking just killed everybody.
Right. Slaughtered.
Tesla just killed everybody. Hey, our car's faster than your car. It runs by itself. It's easier to maintain. There's no gas. You plug it in at home. Here's the patent for it if you want to create your own.
Make it. Go ahead.
Unbelievable that happened. I'm a big car fan. Never had a Porsche, but happy to hear Myles Garrett's okay. And let's remember life. Hey.
Yeah. Cam Newton. Remember what happened to him? He missed some time. I think he got a concussion, broke his arm.
Yeah, was that his shoulder?
Shoulder, maybe. Yeah, and he was in
bad
SUV or something.
Yeah, pickup truck, I think.
Souped up, right? It was lifted, I think.
Yeah, But I think his car almost fell off like an overpass or something. Like, it was really scary. I'm always interested about this stuff, too, because, like the common term is, these guys, every NFL game, how many car crashes you get into. He's trying to play on Sunday. Like, I wonder how sore he's going to be going in.
Wants to play against Falcons.
Right.
That was in Mary Kay's report. Here's Cam Newton's truck on an overpass, completely topped.
Wild.
So, like, where's he sitting, you know?
Yeah.
That's what I always think. Like, modern Marvel, where was he sitting that his head isn't?
How is he just okay?
We chatted about this yesterday. We were told it was on a wet road. It appears from the body cam footage that it was not a wet road. Was he trying to avoid an animal? Probably. There's a chance. I don't know where this is, in Cleveland or not. When we saw the photos of the Porsche, we thought to ourselves, damn, how does Myles Garrett get into a Porsche? He's 6'4", 275, and we thought there had to be some serious injuries to Myles Garrett. They were saying it was non-life threatening at the beginning. After seeing this video, I think the only thing I wondered was, will he be able to stand up? By the end of this video, he literally walks off the film, off the camera. We are so incredibly pumped and thankful for that Myles Garrett ended up okay. The passenger appears to be okay as well, but certainly a surprising story and a surprising end to something we thought could have been very terrible for a guy who was very dominant in the NFL.
Well, I'm sure it was super scary for him. Like, anyone that's even been in a minor wreck, like it's crazy. Geez, that was violent, even if it's not like a high-speed thing. But he rolled that car multiple times, right?
Yeah, multiple rollovers. Jeez. We talked earlier about his mind as that thing's rolling. He's thinking he's dead, right? There's
has to.
There's that thought. And to your
Have you ever rolled a car? I've never rolled a car, especially multiple times.
I spun one, and I spun like two times. Well, that was tail whip, and that was different. There was a pothole there. That was a control.
And then you tried to go in your house and tell your future wife, "I'm sorry, I'm too embarrassed to talk to you."
Yeah, can't be around each other anymore.
Sorry.
Good run.
I don't know if this is the universe telling me, like, probably not the right move, but I also know I don't want to talk about this every day, every rest of my life. Right. So, just crash my Shelby.
Yeah. Get your stuff out of my house right now.
No, it wasn't like that. It was hey, I'm not sure we'd see each other ever again.
Sorry
about it. I'm going to get out of here. And, Shelby's been fixed. The tree was removed. Pothole has not been fixed, though. That thing is still sitting there waiting for me. I used to be really comfortable with how I could drift that particular vehicle and other vehicles, too. I grew up in a driving family. I'm pretty good with floating gears. I'm pretty good behind the wheel. I feel like I'm a good driver, solid driver. If I was smaller, I would attempt to become an actual professional race car driver because I don't think I have the fear that some people have of going fast and like being worried. I enjoy driving. So when I got that Shelby 660 horsepower to the back wheels, you know what I mean? It's hard not to and drift that thing. And I had a little roundabout in front of my house.
So
it was almost perfect.
Yeah.
Had to do it. How is that house doing?
Still standing. Raccoons still surviving.
Hell yeah.
There's an office over there on that property that's still used like daily. So it's, it's still up and running. It's still doing its thing. Just haven't lived there in a bit. I'm not sure if anybody took the black mold out. And by that, I mean, I haven't hired anybody to take the black mold out. So it's probably you walk into there, it is a little toxic and nuclear. You should not do that. But you live and you learn. You grow up. And I forget what I was going to say. Oh, yeah, the fear, though. The fear whenever you're having one of those, like Myles Garrett, when he's sitting on that ground right there, we're seeing a moment where I would assume with some part of his brain, he's like, I can't fucking believe I'm still alive right now.
Yeah.
And if he plays this weekend, I'll be absolutely amazed. I'll be so impressed in the mental toughness of that. We're happy that you're okay, Myles.
Yeah, baby Myles.
We're happy you're okay, Myles. I think I
get him into Russ's truck, man. You're not gonna roll that thing.
Yeah, Russ's big old truck he showed up at training camp in. Russ only drives that in his own jersey, So,
that's right.
But he walks over through that little the grass area there that is not easy. That's fucking unbelievable to me.
Yeah, wild.
It actually is. It's very surprising. We're very happy. Seems like the passenger also good.